Alright, let's get real for a sec. If your heart's been through the emotional blender lately thanks to days of our lives, just know you're not alone. Between ghosts of loved ones, tear-soaked flashbacks, and philosophical chats about grief and guilt, this episode felt like group therapy with a side of soap opera sass. So yeah, grab your snacks. Jack and Abigail. Okay, first up, Jack Deveraux. Poor guy's been through enough emotional whiplash to qualify for a loyalty card at the Grief Cafe. It's the anniversary of Abigail's death, and let's just say Jack's not exactly vibing. He's reflecting, reminiscing, and practically writing poetry with his pain. And yes, Abigail may be gone, but her memory, it's got a front row seat in his brain like it's renting space rent-free. She's not literally haunting him, but emotionally that woman's a full-time ghost with benefits. Jennifer's there too, of course, holding it down like the MVP of emotional balance. She's grieving, she's comforting, she's doing that thing moms do where they're both broken and strong at the same time. How do they do that? This part hits hard because grief isn't loud and dramatic all the time. Sometimes it's just silent, lingering, like that one relative who overstays their welcome. Hope's mourning and gratitude. Now swing the lens over to Hope Brady, who's living in that very weird emotional limbo. She's mourning John but also celebrating Beau's miracle recovery. Talk about emotional multitasking. She's sitting down with Jennifer and Julie, giving updates like it's a support group wrapped in a family brunch. This scene is what I like to call the grief parfait, layered, complicated, and a little messy, but beautiful when you zoom out. There's mourning, there's gratitude, there's that my heart's breaking but I'm still thankful vibe. And honestly, it's kind of what life's all about. Tragedy doesn't wait for a clear schedule. It just shows up, usually uninvited. John Black's wake. Then we arrive at the wake for the legend himself, John Black. You could feel the weight in the room, like, if Dears had a volume button, this would have been maxed out. Everyone's sharing stories, hugging it out, probably crying into napkins. Melina's holding it together with the quiet strength of someone who's seen both heaven and hell and somehow still manages to rock a power blouse while doing it. You could practically feel John's presence in the room. He may be gone, but the man left a legacy thicker than Salem fog. Flashbacks? Oh, they hit hard like emotional sucker punches from the 90s. And let's be honest, it's impossible not to love a tribute episode that reminds us why we fell for these characters in the first place. Brotherhood and future. Now we could have ended the episode there, but no, Days said wait, there's more. Cue Beau and Steve having one of those classic bro moments with heavy emotions hiding under macho posturing. Steve's thinking about shutting down Black Patch because guilt. But Beau? He's not having it. He pulls the "what would John want" card, and Steve's left staring at the ceiling like it's gonna drop the answer. This scene wraps everything up nicely. It says, yeah, grief sucks, but maybe, just maybe, you can still honor someone by moving forward instead of staying stuck in the heartbreak. So here we are: grief, gratitude, brotherhood, and ghosts. Classic Salem cocktail. And the best part is that every character's figuring it out in their own way. Some cry, some hug, some challenge their best friends to keep a detective agency open. Just your typical Wednesday. Catch you in the next one, and remember, no one's ever really gone in Salem. They're just waiting for the next dramatic return.